Welcome to Blue Devil Football. Mike Tuckalo along with Mike Courtois and Bernie Campbell up here in Exeter at Eustace Field. And I worked with Dick for a long time at Woodbury, and there's some Salem people, Carl Robinson and Eustace. We're here, game between the Exeter Bluehawks and the undefeated Salem High School Blue Devils. Mike, just before we get to Bernie's stats and about the Bluehawks and the Devils, last week, Salem played about as good as you could play. They played Nashua, and there was just no contest from the very beginning.
No, we know it's on the other side because with the crack chain crew over there, I'm sure we'll talk about that today too. But that wasn't our fault, but it's not this story. But we know that even under adverse conditions, with the rain and all and the slop on the field, that the Nashua team was just very, very confused, and Salem just picked up the pace and monopolized on that. The play of the line, the offensive and defensive line, the Nashua kids couldn't even get set. They were just being blown off their pins every single time. And the running game, pretty much Salem could do as they please. And as we see by the score, they did. And to have a shutout, I'm not sure, Bernie could probably tell us, in the 92 season, I believe, was the last time there was a shutout, was amazing. And I didn't know if we could hold on to that, with the conditions being as they were. But a tremendous game, and Salem is riding high off of that this week for sure.
Yeah, one of the difficult things, and from a coaching standpoint, if you were a coach from another team, they don't have a go-to back. They got 4, 5 really who can beat you. And last week even Pellerin got in there, and they must have had like 4 or 5 backs over we'll say 70 yards or 80 yards. That's tough to prepare for.
Well, that's right, Mike. Because that straight T when everything's going, every which way. Who's going to get the ball? It's like button, and even ourselves on the sideline. Now, we know the ball went to Rosmick initially. Now, who has the ball now? With second and third man through and people flaring out and so on. It's just a great offense, very confusing, but that also gives a lot of credit to the coaching staff and the drilling that goes on since the middle of August, just working for executing those plays. And the kids will tell you, if we can execute, not get our feet crossed and not bump into people, we can run the ball against anybody, and they show they have so far. Nashua is a good-sized team. And
you big guys like to say, a back can run through anything if nothing's standing. That line is outstanding.
It helps a lot. That really does.
They're a very, very good line. Well, Bern, what do you got here? We got a lot of stats, and why don't you take over to Mike here?
Well, I've got my hands full. We're going to have to do this today because the Blue Devils come in here 3-0. They've won some big games, 19-14 over Timberlane, 26-6 over Dover, and 37-0 last week over Nashua, averaging about 27 1/3 points a game and giving up less than a touchdown a game. We've got this week against Exeter. Look at the Exeter team. We've seen the Blue Devils. The Bluehawks come into today's game 0-3. They dropped their opener to Dover, 19-15 here at Eustace Field. And Dover came from behind in that game to score the winning touchdown with only 35 seconds left to play. Then they lost to a very strong Londonderry team, and Londonderry won again last night. We'll get to that, but 41-8, that was at Londonderry. And Exeter really didn't score against any of the first team on that game. And then last week they lost a tough one to the Timberlane Owls, 27-9. They led 6-0 on a 2-yard run by Colin Levesque, and then closed to within 14-9 on a Matt Fuller 23-yard field goal. So we may see a kicker here today. But then from there on out, Eric Kane, we'll remember him from the Timberlane team. He came in to score some late touchdowns to pull away for Timberlane. So Exeter comes in here 0-3. These two teams have played 9 times. This series goes back to 1965, back in the days when the Blue Devils first opened Salem High School. They've played 9 times. The Blue Devils lead 5-4. They are 2-2 here at Eustace Field. The last time these two teams played, of course, was last year. And Exeter upset Salem at Grant Field 18-15. The Blue Devils came into that game leading with a 3-0 record, and then were upset by the Blue Hawks. Salem made a late comeback, and a couple of key penalties right at the end of the game prevented the Blue Devils from pulling out a come-from-behind victory last year. And I have one question to ask you guys and the analysts here. We were 3-0, and they are all at night. This is our first game in the light of day. Does that have an effect, Mike, on the team?
Well, I'll tell you, emotionally, I'll tell you, I've asked a lot of kids all week long, so what do I hear about this Exeter team coming in on Saturday? And to a person, they all said, we lost to them last year. So I'll tell you, if emotions or anything, whether it's nighttime or daytime, this team is very much up for Exeter. And this, at least emotionally right now, these guys are not prepared to lay back and believe what they've been reading. They're going to go right at this team from play number 1.
I was going to say, Bernie, to answer that, they came in last year expecting an easy victory and got beat. And I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen with the coaches who are going to let them. And I don't think the kids remember it. There's enough players there. I'll tell you something, too, in high school ball. I was the Dover team, which Salem manhandled pretty easily, right? They've been so inconsistent. You don't know an Exeter team like this comes in, that gets you on your heels, and in high school ball, anything can happen. So don't get fooled by the records. We're not saying that. Personally, I think Salem's going to have a pretty good day today against this team, but you never know because they are high school players. So,
yep, and basically, Mike, on that last night in Division II, just to go over quickly, Dover ran their record to 3-1. Their only loss being the Blue Devils. They shut out Bishop Girton last night, 15-0. Bishop Girton, whose next week's opponent, drops to 1-3. Also last night, the Londonderry Lancers continue to roll, 34-6 over Portsmouth. Portsmouth is 1-3. Londonderry is 4-0, and that's really shaping up to be a war when we get to Londonderry this year.
That should be fun. You're going to play them last game of the season, and then you're going to play them 2 weeks again later. Believe me, you know, that's my opinion anyway. I don't think they're going to do that well, but we'll see.
We'll look forward to it, and I'm sure we're going to have a good game today. And as you say, 3-0 last year and 3-0 this year, and we hope the results are a little different than last year.
Well, I hope we leave Division II as the Division II champion, go up and pound the Pinkerton team too. Okay, we'll be back with the ball game between the Exeter Blue Hawks and the Salem High School Blue Devils. Again, we're up here. It's a beautiful day. Everybody's here, and we're ready to go. So we'll be back.
There's an awesome power that can eliminate over half of our nation's defense forces. It's everywhere, and it can strike at any time. Who has this incredible power? You do. If you employ National Guard and Reserve members, you need to use your power wisely, because today, the Guard and Reserve make up over half of our country's defense. So when they need time off to serve, be a hero. Give them the freedom to protect ours.
Welcome back again. We're up here again, as I said, in Exeter, for the game between the Blue Hawks of Exeter and the Salem High School Blue Devils. Exeter right in front of us in the blue and silver, Mike, and Salem in the silver and blue.
A couple different shades of blue. The royal blue versus more of the navy blue.
Yeah.
But in living color.
And we're right here, right in back of the Salem band, so if you can't hear us, that's the reason.
And hopefully they sound better, which will be wonderful.
They were good last week, by the way. I meant to mention, you know, they weren't marching yesterday. Maybe it's easier to play march, I don't know, but they were excellent.
The Exeter Blue Hawks and the Salem Blue
we're just about ready. We're going to have the national anthem in a couple seconds. Should be an interesting game, at least the first part, to see whether Salem has come to play. They did relax last year and unfortunately got beat. We're going to have the national anthem by the Exeter Blue Hawk Marching Band. We're ready for football now.
Mike, got a couple things in other games last night. We talked about the two Division II games. Also last night, Division I, Merrimack lost 28-17 to Concord. Concord now 1-3, picking up their first win of the season. The Nashville Purple Panthers continue to lose. They were beaten by the strong Central team, 36-28. Central is 3-1. Nashville is 1-3. And the Trinity High Pioneers won their first game of the season, beating Spalding 21-0. And Spalding picks up their third loss. Both of those teams 1-3. In Division I action today, the Pinkerton Astros are playing Memorial. Pinkerton is 3-0. A cross-conference game tonight. The Winnicott Warriors are at West. And today in Division 2, besides this one, the Timberlane Owls, 1 and 2. They are at Keene, 0 and 3.
I don't know if you people can hear the band. Hey, Mike, I meant to tell you, you'll be thrilled, but this is the first game I haven't asked Dave Morton for his prediction.
Well,
I just saw Dave walk by, that's why. #1 fan for Salem, believe me.
and that's only because he got here after we did. That's the only reason why he
we're
did.
early. So we're on the Exeter side, but we're with the Salem band, so this will be kind of interesting. The captains are out there. The number 11 out there for Exeter is their quarterback. It's Daniels, and he's a pretty decent player. 33 will be one of their big backs, Colin Levesque. So it'll be an interesting game. Salem, of course, hasn't thrown the ball much, and there's going to be a game where they get in front, Mike, where they're going to practice that. Under game conditions. They've had guys open, they just haven't been able to connect.
Yeah, I think they're about 3 and 12 all season in passing attempts.
Mike?
Well, we have 2 quarterbacks, of course, today for Salem who could see action either way. Johnny McDonald's been taking some snaps, and also Adam Rosmick. We have some people getting kind of banged up. I know we probably won't see Derek Domkowski
I
playing.
know he's dinged up.
Derek's hurt his shoulder, and hey,
Adam hurt his hand too.
Yes, he did. And if we see any kind of people getting a little break this weekend, if it is less of a test, and we'll see. I hate to jinx anybody, but if this is if there's a little bit tuned down even from some of the Nationals and so on, even though they certainly came ready to play last week, maybe it's a good week for that. I think I see Derek is dressed for today's game, but I don't think you expect to see much action.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, and again, you got to have a little more balance. Their running attack has been tremendous all year long, and they really haven't needed it. But they've had guys open and just missing them.
And defensively, you're playing real well too. Always.
Brady mentioned they're only averaging 6 points or 7 points a game.
Salem always good against the run. The only thing is, if you have a passing team, that could prove a little bit of.
That's the converse of that, Mike, is their weak spot on defense is, of course, the pass. Okay, back deep is number 20. That's Adam Feldman. He's in the middle. And again, we have Colin Levesque on one side, and on the other side, looks like number 34, Nate Feldman. So we have 2 Feldmans out there. Adam and Nate. So.
Now, Adam in lousy weather last week averaged about 55 yards a kick.
Adam Rosmick kicks off long, deep, and back inside the goal line, and they can't run it out in high school ball. It's against the rules. Adam, boy, that's a big weapon, Mike.
You betcha. Nice put by Adam Rosmick.
Kick.
Yeah, last week it was rainy and windy, so you'd say well, maybe some were wind-aided, but there's no wind today. It's beautiful out today. So Exeter will take over. First down, 10 yards to go. They're on their own 20. Salem defense. We have both Rosmick and McDonald out on defense.
Back deep for Salem, taking Derek Domkowski's place is going to be Matt Barry.
Barry's back off the corner, and Adams out there. There's the running back. Looks like Daniels, 33. And he's, Colin Levesque, and 33. Daniels is the quarterback, and he stopped after about pretty close to a 5-yard gain.
Making that tackle is Jason Stafford, number 51. Also into the tackle is number 74 for Salem, Nick San Germano. Again, Salem linebacking core looking like Steve Andrews. We've got Jeff Fortier, number 24 in there. Number 68 is in there, Jeff Brink. And then the right side looks like Ryan Carroll, I believe.
With 5 down, so it's a little different look. 5'3", Mike.
Jeff Fortier stepping in. Oh, nice job.
Nice defense.
And there you go, right over the line. That was Jeff Fortier, I believe.
It's Fortier.
Coming right in off that center, and also Fortier and San Germano. Nice pressure on the quarterback.
So that's 3rd down. That's usually indicative of a team 0-3. They pick up 5, and then they go back 2. And I'm not making fun of the team. It's just what happens.
An observation.
As a coach, you know, I mean, it's consistency that wins games.
Yep. Looking at the Salem defensive front 4 or front 5, depending on the play, we have Mike Wells, number 76, number 74, San Germano. To the other side, the right side, we have number 60, which is going to be Jason Gagnon.
This is a little different. Now they have 32.
Back to pass. Here comes the rush.
And there's a
fumble.
the ball. Looks like it was recovered by Exeter.
Recovered. That's why I think that was a draw play. And I think the handoff was a missed handoff, although it may have been a pass play. But anyway, the quarterback dropped the ball. Salem will take over after this punt, assuming that the punt gets off. It looks like the Salem line can
Well, so far,
pretty well.
Exactly, blowing it right off the line. Okay, Salem line
There's a
looked
quick
a little
snap.
confused
they were ready,
there, right?
Salem. High kick to the 35, bounces, and it's touched there by
And I tell you,
Exeter.
on this side of the field, we still heard Coach Dave Rossman, get away, get away. And that's one thing you say with a big car like that, don't touch it. It touches you, it's a live ball.
Coach gets pumped up. I see him all week over the school.
Volume makes a difference.
He's always telling me they're dinged up and they're this and that, and I never believe him.
28-yard punt, no return. 1st and 10, the Blue Devils.
First
Okay.
down.
John McDonald's going to be taking the snaps for
John
this series.
McDonald in at quarterback. Adam with a sore finger. And there's the handoff to Andrews. Catch to the outside off that
Nothing there.
tackle.
Run by Steve
Nicely
Andrews.
defended. That's a bread and butter play for Salem. They run it often off the right side, and it's really off a tackle. It's
Well-
not meant to go wide.
Slight hesitation over there, too, because Andrews headed towards the tackle. Nothing there. He stepped off this side, and that slowed him down. Really no gain.
No
Second
gain.
and 10.
2nd and 10. McDonald over the ball. This
Second
is
man through that
Williams.
time.
He's loose.
He's loose. There
And
you
he's
go,
got a
Williams.
touchdown.
There's a-
Oh, no, nice defensive play. Caught on the 15-yard line.
Taken down by the quarterback, Daniels, who's playing in the secondary.
Well, I'll tell you,
He's slippery.
he is one
really
of the best backs up the middle. His stuff is all up the middle, and he always cuts to the right side. I mean, and it's a feel. It's not something you're taught. It's not something that you look at. You just feel where to go.
28-yard
First and 10
pickup.
at the extra
And that
15.
makes up for the punt. We're back to where they punted.
Yeah.
Rosmick in now for
Rosmick's
Ryan
in
Carroll.
and he's going to go on the wing with a two-man set.
Williams and Andrews.
Williams and Andrews with McDonald. They pitched the ball to, looks like Williams. Look at that
Oh,
cut,
he
Mike.
got through.
Look at
Oh,
that
beautiful,
slippery.
beautiful
It's so
cut.
slippery.
Slips 2 tackles inside the 5
Williams with
yard line for another first down for Brian
And
Williams.
you know, it's funny because even though Brian's profile is not large, he kind of started stepping and hesitated a bit, coming around that left side, following his blocks till he saw where he could get sprung.
He just has a great ability to cut to the open. That time there, you know, he just almost sets it up by waiting and stuttering. He stutters
First
that,
and
like I
10,
said.
ball on the 3.
First down, 10 yards to go. Williams has been the big man in this series. Now they're in a straight tee. They hand to
Andrews for a touch.
And they lose it.
That's McDonald. Couldn't that was a touchdown. Andrews
it
went
was.
in untouched. He just
Yeah.
didn't have the ball.
There's a problem there.
They
You
missed-
want to score.
They missed the snap.
Oh,
They missed the handoff, not the snap. So it's a fumble, and Exeter gets a big break.
well, let's see now. Salem's going to stick it to him now. The idea is to kind of keep him back. If you can't get the safety, if you can't push him back to get the safety, make him kick and get the
They're
ball
on
this side of the 50.
Right, they're on the 2, so you know that's going to be straight handoffs up the middle. So I got a man wide to the right. Little spread. Daniels back to throw. No, they hand it off. Nice pass, nice play.
Nice stick coming up there by Matt Barry coming out of that safety position.
It's Colin Levesque up the middle. Quarterback did a nice job that time on the inside handoff, which is that's a difficult handoff.
Gain of 4. 2nd and 6.
Second down, 6 yards to go.
Nice thing about that play, too, is the quarterback's moving off to the outside. Even though he turns back to hand off to the inside, you think the play is going on the wrong
Exactly.
side. The counter move inside.
So 7:46 to go. First period, Exeter with the ball for the second time. 2nd and 6.
They got him that
Oh,
time.
boy, that was a nice
That's
move there.
a good defensive play right there. That's Stafford is one of them.
That was Jeff Fortier. I noticed as Fortier lined up, he lined up right on the center. And I'll tell you what, that center, Bailey had the ball off, and Fortier had him pushed back into the quarterback and slid off to make that tackle. Nice play to Jeff
So
Fortier.
here again, we talk, Mike. First down, they make 4. Second down, they lose 1. Right? You can't do that in this game. Because you get yourself into trouble all the time.
Salem
So-
showing that front 4 now for the defense this time. The 4 of Dumont, Wells,
Last time they tried
San
something with the
Germano.
quarterback.
and Gagnon.
Oh, they got
okay.
Oh, we got
They got the end offside this time. So we either
off
got
the distance.
we got everybody jumping that time.
Offside.
Illegal procedure, and that's going to back them up even more.
Against number
Coach's nightmare,
75,
Mike.
Dave Kugel.
It's going to put it down around the 2.5-yard line.
Actually, they're on about the 5.
They moved it back. So it's third and about 10 and a half.
The goal. Yeah, on that side, right? So they're about the 4-yard line.
Yeah.
Right?
He's going to try and
He's
throw.
going to throw. He's going to get a safety if he gets to the outside. Nice move.
Gain of a couple
Roswick,
anyway.
last man, and gets him at about the
Nice.
about the 10-yard line, and they're going to have to run. Nice play.
Nice wrap by Adam Rosmick coming around the thighs.
That's going to make it 4th and about
Fourth down and about 2.5, and that's basically punting position for this team. This time back deep we got. Oh, good punt. Big punt. Goes down inside the 40 to the 30. It's picked up there by Rosmick.
Oh, making something happen, Adam Rosmick.
And he picks him back to about the 40-yard line.
Mike Pellerin losing his feet on the way around there, and finally Rosmick picked up and gave him a shove. Hey, go!
I want to know who put the yard markers on.
No.
So Salem takes over, 1st and 10 on their own 39-yard line. Were able to move the ball last time, and then fumbled inside the 5.
55-yard punt, 8-yard return.
That's a big kick. Second man through. That looks like Ryan Carroll.
Yep.
He's up over the 40 to about the 42-yard line.
Gain of about 4 yards for Ryan Carroll. Nice play.
Second down, 7. 6 or 7. It's
Salem in that double tight end setup.
double tight end, straight T. McDonald. Second man, that's Andrews, blasts over the 45 to about the 47-yard line. We're going to have 3rd down and probably 2 or 3.
It's about 3. Okay, Rosmick back in for Carroll again. See if they're going to wing it out again, Mike.
Yeah, they'll run off a wing when he comes in. They ran a pitch last time on this. McDonald, straight handoff up the middle. That's Andrews. He's got the 1st down right directly in front of us. Across the 50 to about the 47.
Behind the block of Jason Stafford, 51 on that side. Stafford changing from back to lineman this year to use some athleticism to try and get some quickness in there on the line
He's done
besides
an outstanding
size.
job as a guard. As a matter of fact, this whole line, we don't talk enough about them. They are really good.
We will now. Pardon my bias.
Wells as a tackle is outstanding. The center has done an excellent job.
Doug Naylor.
Naylor, all year long. Here's the handoff to the second man. That's
Williams, it looks like.
It's either Williams or Carroll. I thought it was Carroll.
It was Carroll.
And he's up for a gain of about 3. They soften you up and soften you up, Mike, and then they pop one. Second down, 7.
Second down and 8.
What they're doing is they're sending the plays in with Andrews and Rosmick.
In this case.
In the backfield this time, Carroll's going to go in the wing.
Rosmick and Williams as the backs this time. Motion. Pitch to Rosmick, a lot of room. Oh, look at that block.
Mike Wells just
Mike
leveled.
Wells,
That's a
and
touchdown.
gone.
That's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
There's another backfire.
Mike Wells just
Mike
flattened
Wells.
his man on that side. He engaged him at the line, just smashed him over to the right-hand side. What a nice block.
That's Mike Wells with a great block, but Adam Rosmick used the block great. He waited for the block.
He knows
Oh,
what's coming. He
perfectly
knows
done.
what he's supposed to do.
Oh, what a beautiful play.
46
Beautiful play.
yards for the score.
Oh, I should have moved my car. I think they're going to kick it into my car.
Yeah, well, our sedan's out there too, and Rosmick will hit the building here with some good kicks.
He can kick. So that's 6-0, Salem. 46 yards, you say, Brent?
Yep.
Here's the snap, a little bit high, and
Off his foot.
couldn't get it down.
It
That play was
it wasn't
because
pretty.
of the high snap. 6-0, Salem. 46-yard touchdown. Adam Rosmick around the left end. Ready?
Yeah, we got it here. 61 yards. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plays. 61 yards, 5 plays. A 46-yard run by Adam Rosmick for the score. Kick was no good. Salem 6, Exeter nothing. 3:47 left to go in the first quarter.
Looking at the first two series, Mike, all that fumble on the goal line did was keep the game in the 40s.
Well, I'll tell you, from what we've seen so far, the only way that Salem would turn this off is if they make a mistake. As opposed to being outskilled, it'll be a mistake situation if anything does happen. Salem special teams kick team in now.
There's the kick. This time it's a low line drive, picked up at about the 12 or 13 yard line, we'll say, and back brings it up to close to the 30-yard line, over the 25 anyway. Jim Davis just come over, Mike, and gave me a whole bunch of scores. Let me just give you a few. The freshman football team is 3-0. The JV football team is 3-0.
First down.
The varsity football team 3-0. JV's 3-0, and the freshmen are 1-1. Field hockey team's 5-3. The JV's 3-3-1. Boys varsity soccer 3-3-1. They've had a good year.
Very good year.
And that program is on the bill. JV boys soccer 3-2-1. We'll get to some of these others in a second. First down.
The tackle on that kick return was made by Brian Williams, number 33.
Oh,
another ball.
Salem
picks it up. Let's get it back in our possession now, right?
The girls soccer team having a tough year, 0-7. The JV girls with Reno Beninati's coaching them, they're 3-3. Volleyball team, the varsity 6-3. The JVs are 8-1. The boys cross country team is 7-1. The girls cross country team 4-4, and the golf team is 7-22. All these teams, a lot of people participating in sports, and when you look at the band, there's a lot of people participating in things. First down, Salem. On the 26-yard line, we're going to give them McDonald back to throw.
Oh, the keeper.
He's got 50 guys wide open.
And there's one, Josh Langdon.
Langdon, touchdown.
Oh, boy.
Hey.
Boy, I tell you, that's a game film kind of thing there with moving that. He was juggling that ball until he made it down.
That's something now the scouts got to worry about, because if you put a passing game with this powerful running game, so right away, first play, go for the score, throw a long pass to Josh Langdon, 26 yards for a touchdown.
Nice, well-thrown pass, too, by John McDonald, Mike.
That's his first touchdown pass.
And they'll go for two here. Get back that point.
Rosmick has one, and now McDonald has one.
It's McDonald over the ball. Probably go to Andrews off the right side.
Oh, and he gets leveled. Oh.
That was a handoff, and McDonald couldn't get it off because that tackle was across the line. What a nice play by
tackle by 55, Jeremy Winslow.
Boy, he's the nice one. That's as good a play as you're going to see. So Winslow makes a good defensive play, 6-0. Goes to 12-0 on the pass. Extra point, no good. Salem leading in the first period, 12-0 with 2:45 to go. Nice right away to cash in on a fumble.
I'll tell you, opportunity knocks, and you got to come answer the door.
You got it. They're all trying to make up for that fumble inside the 5, because they're going to hear about that during the week.
Yeah.
That's McDonald's first touchdown pass of the year.
May it not be his last.
He had 7 last year.
I tell you, Bernie, he had 3 guys over that time. Ray Carroll was in the middle of the field, and there wasn't a person within 40 yards of him.
He was waving his hand.
Yeah.
I'm open.
All right, here's the kickoff. We had one shot,
a little better this time.
And this is one of the Feldmans, 34. And it's Dave Feldman. He's up over the 25 to about the 32, 34.
Spotted on the Exeter 28.
28 yard line, just inside the 30.
45-yard kick, 14-yard return. First and 10, they're at the 29, I have.
Dana Carr, 75, coming in for Mike Wells, that left tackle position right next to Jason Stafford.
Give Mike a little rest.
Okay, Stafford stepping back, the lineman to Dana's left.
Dana Carr, sophomore.
Yep. West Dumont.
There's a play up the middle, and nice defensive play by the middle line. That's Stafford is one of them. And Dana Carr.
Dana Carr.
Nice defense.
Come in and make yourself known. Be a force.
Wear that big uniform. Let people see it. And let people find your numbers. Second down.
Second down.
Stafford, 51, captaining the defensive squad.
What? 13. Second and 7.
40, I play right in the middle.
And either one of them could step up into that spot when you move over your tackles. You move Carr over or move over San Germano.
Right.
This time 40 is going to step
is right over the center. And the linebacker is Stafford.
They give it to the tailback.
Run right into the...
What a nice defensive play.
Good night.
There's your boy 40. was right there again.
Brian Carroll, I'll tell you, step right up between that center and guard spot, and you're taking it all away.
And number 60, was it 60?
There was also 60, Jason Gagnon, on that one too,
one nice
from
play.
the right side.
Very nice play. And there you go. They gain 3 in the first. They lose 2 of them back on the second.
Gotta love this running football, Mike. 1:25 left in the first quarter.
They've got a +7 from scrimmage so far. With all the minuses and pluses.
Yeah, man, it's tough because they go good in first down and then they go backwards. All right, third down long.
You're right, Mike. I think they've lost 3 third downs, second downs in a row.
Yeah, this time they run
right.
kind of a reverse.
Oh, nice cut inside. Nice move.
Cut.
Okay.
Nice tackle. Good job.
Nice move.
Cut back by Feldman. That's Stafford again.
And then Matt Barry, number 80,
Barry
also.
was the one that made that play. And pretty close to a first down. They're going to have to measure this one. Get to the point. Nicely run play, by the way.
Well done. Nice move by the back. He saw nothing coming to the right side. He moved inside, picked up a couple more.
Well, that play is really a deceptive play because everybody's going right except the one guy that's going to end up with the ball who's coming back to his right, which is the defensive left. So as a measurement here.
Looks like a spot, a first down from the spot.
It's going to be pretty close.
Nope, I don't know.
Well, it's going to be 4th
just
and
shot.
Okay.
4th down and
now
about a foot to
you've
go.
lost yardage on half your plays.
Hey, you got to go. You got to go.
Well, first of all, you know you're not going to put anything right through the middle if you want to gain the yards. That's already been a given.
Right.
Okay. Everything's got to go wide, sweeping, or put it in the air. We haven't seen that yet, but that's certainly an option. I don't know if you put it in the air this time, though, a 4th and inches. You want to try and get over the 40 for once.
4th and very short.
Okay, 4th down.
9 seconds left.
Short.
Here you go, Coach. How's your line? Quarterback keeper?
I see Dana Carr's out there. Watch, Mike Wells is going to line up
Well,
right
they're both
over
in
the
there.
ball.
Carr and Wells are both in there.
Yeah, that's because they're going to line up right over the
Right.
ball.
Carr, Wells, and San Germano.
So if you're going to make it, you ain't going in the middle. Long snap.
I'm going to try and dry him off.
Third snap. And
Nope. Oh, he fell over. Okay, slid off to the side.
First down.
That's Levesque.
Good penetration by the Salem team.
Well, that in a way was a problem. They got through, and this guy squeezed right through him.
Well, that's pretty quality back that made that
He didn't
play,
make that. He didn't make those yards standing up.
Exactly. Once you got to the line of scrimmage, you laid down.
That's their first down.
So a first down. Excellent.
1st and 10.
That's their first down of this first half.
Here's a pitch to the outside, not this time. And he drives up for about a 3-yard gain. McDonald in on that tackle was one of them. Andrews.
Dana Carr coming from the middle over there. By the way, Andrews, too, did his job as that outside linebacker. He kind of kept the ball from going to the outside.
Yeah,
that was
you
his
gotta
job.
make
He
sure
stood
it
him up,
doesn't get outside.
moved him on the inside.
That's the end of the first period. Score Salem 12.
Salem Blue Devils 12.
Exeter nothing. Bernie?
Well, Mike, this is Exeter's 4th possession. Their first possession, they lost yardage on 3 plays and were forced to punt. Salem took over on the 43-yard line, drove it all the way to the 2, where Steve Andrews fumbled a handoff, and they turned it back over. Exeter took it over at the 3, pushed it out to the 10, where they were forced to punt again. This time, Salem took it at the 39 of Salem and drove it the 61 yards for the score. On a 46-yard run by Adam Rosmick to give us a lead. Exeter on their immediate first play after the touchdown fumbled, and 1 play later, Johnny McDonald got his first touchdown pass of the season. 26-yard pass to Josh Langan, 12-zip, and Exeter's now in their 4th possession.
This Salem, you all done,
Yep.
This team, Mike, and we're going to start. Again, I don't mean to demean this team, but Exeter's going to have to play a lot of periods to win this game. Okay, they really can't play.
Four might not be enough,
right? And and the other team can't go out there. Besides, but
well, they have a chance in the JV game on Monday.
Right. Even then,
that's not going to happen either.
As a coach scouting here, this team is tough. Already, we've got 2 backs, Williams and Rosmick, would overfill. I would assume over 40, 45, 50 yards.
Well, with that one run back, if nothing else.
Yeah, and you know Andrews can't.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, good move.
Gagnon stepping a nice job.
Nice job. Good pursuit. Gagnon made that play.
Nice.
though he didn't make the tackle.
Doesn't matter. Jason Gagnon did what he was supposed to do and came through and turned that play around.
So Exeter has decided, Mike, they got to run wide.
They're not going through the
with
center.
pitches and stuff like
No.
that. And that could be the real death of you. Because then when you lose yards, it's not 2, it's 12.
Right.
So we got 3rd down and 7. This is going to be a pass play more than likely, or one of those reverses. They ran a reverse last time, or a misdirection. It really wasn't a reverse. They run out of the I formation, slot back right. That's motion.
I guess so.
What happened was everybody moved, and the center forgot to center the ball. Even the quarterback started to move that time.
Was that on 2 or 3?
Believe me, that penalty is on the center, who's the only one who wasn't in motion.
That was the ball.
That makes it 3rd and 11.
No, it's 3rd and 11.
17. 3rd, 13. Correct that. 3rd, 13.
I got a 3rd and 11.
That's
Looks
a
like
shot
11 to me.
13.
Really.
I'll go with your stat,
Even with the
Brent.
angle we have. You could maybe call it 12. Maybe. Or as they were calling last week at the game, 11 and a half. That was driving me crazy. This half-yard stuff. It's 11 or it's 12.
That was Hewitt and
I
Foster.
know it was.
All right, back to the
Okay,
throw.
not
Down.
fooling
Here
anybody
comes-
on that one.
little
Oh,
screen
Little Rock.
fake.
Oh, boy. Little behind him.
A little behind him, and Ryan Carroll was there too.
Yes, he was.
He got one of those last week, you know.
Ran it right back in.
Line of scrimmage is
He
now.
seems to recognize the screens.
Okay, a couple of players coming in now for the Salem punt team. Number 69, Al McIntyre coming in. Also number
This is a quick
79,
punt.
I
They're
believe.
really in a
Tim
hurry.
Powers.
They go out, line up, and punt it. There's the kick. This is Pellerin. And it's out of bounds.
Oh, nice kick.
Out of bounds inside, right about at the 20, 21-yard line. Not a bad kick. With no run back.
Well, Spirit Week's not too far away, Mike.
I can hear.
The people at home can hear the band egging each other on here.
Freshman.
I want to know who's got the 2,000.
0, 0.
There's a pitch play. This is
Oh, they
Brian
broke it
Williams.
open. Oh, look at that.
See you later.
That's another one.
Brian Williams is going to go.
Turn around, West Dumont. There you go.
79 yards. Brian Williams.
For Williams. Touchdown.
But what a back this kid is.
Boy, I'll tell you.
Brian Williams.
One play.
Nice
79
job.
yards. Touchdown. 18-0. Nice cutback there, Mike, right at the
Oh,
scrimmage.
that was nice. You know, the way before he got, that took a while to get into the secondary. You could tell he was doing some bobbing and weaving, waiting for things to happen. And once he sprang it past the linebackers, that was all she wrote.
Well, I shouldn't say never. I saw backs, Dan Jekus a few years ago.
His name just came to mind, Steve Danjikis.
Yeah.
Juke like that.
Who just always cut the right way. This is a pass to McDonald. He's got Andrews.
And he's got Langdon again?
Was that Langdon or Andrews?
I thought it was
Andrews.
89 Langdon, I thought. We'll see who gets up.
89.
89.
Josh Langdon.
Josh Langdon,
That's
tight
two,
end.
that's 2 in the air to him this week.
And now when you're a scout, you have to go crazy and say, where'd this tight end come from?
Well, you know, you've seen Mike Pellerin a couple times now at the other tight end positions. You know what he can do. He
right.
can certainly motor as well.
And you know what? They haven't thrown to Matt Barry.
Another set of hands.
So
The last 3 plays, the last 3 offensive plays for the Blue Devils, a 46-yard run for a touchdown, a 26-yard pass for a touchdown, and a 79-yard run for a
The
touchdown.
long ball.
3 plays, 3 touchdowns.
3 plays, 3 touchdowns.
Makes your averages pretty good, I'll tell
Yeah.
you that.
But you don't run a lot of offensive plays.
Here's the kick. No, you don't.
Oh,
This
nice
is
kick.
Rosmick banging it down inside the 5 to about the 3. And nice move.
Gets away.
Oh, he
Oh,
broke
boy.
2 tackles.
Oh, Adam.
And Rosmick makes the tackle. Nice
Boy,
run.
a lot of nice moves there.
Good run.
It's Levesque.
At 33, Levesque. Levesque listed in our program is 6 feet, 175 pounds. Quite a bit of mobility.
Yep. Nice run.
26-yard, 53-yard
10:04
kick.
left in the second period. It'll be a long afternoon.
if you're an Exeter fan. But not if you're a Blue Devil fan.
53-yard kick, 26-yard return.
Even then, Mike, you want to get out of here injury-free. You know what I mean? It's a long afternoon no matter what. All right, here we go. Here's the pitch. Trying to go wide.
Oh, boy, nice job coming from that left side.
The whole Salem right side of the defense, which is the left side of the offense.
Right, oh, boy.
As Mike was like a 68.
Well, we had Dana Carr come over, number 75. You've got Jeff Brinkers in, number 68 on that line as well. Fortier coming over as well.
Nice hit by Brink and Fortier.
Well, nice job on the right side of the defensive line just to hold it up a little bit.
You know,
Jared Burke coming in now, number 25.
One of the advantages this Salem team is having now is less and less players are playing both ways. Boy, what an advantage that is in high school ball.
No, Burke is going to play over on that left side, Mike, that left corner. You've got Burke and Rosmick to the right side. You've got in the middle Matt Barry.
High formation, this time on a wing right.
Back to pass.
Back to throw. There's the throw.
He fell down.
And Burke's going to come in again, interception. His knee went down. Look at that. He goes,
there was nobody but white shirts.
I'm on special teams and a kickoff. I come in to sub on the corner. They shoot him, pass the ball right to me, and I fall down. I'll tell you, nice job, though. He was there. He made the catch. That's all that matters.
Oh, when you watch the films, all you got to say is, see that interception, coach?
Yeah, sit down.
Jared Burke on the interception. Exeter's second turnover. They fumbled once and intercepted once, and there are Blue Devils set up on the 46.
Okay, Bernie, we got one play offense, so let's see what we play. See what we do here. Ball sitting on about the 46-yard line, and we lost our equipment here. Bernie did, I didn't. Thank God I'm still here. This is the second
Steve
man
Andrews.
throw. Steve Andrews. And
what momentum. That's a first down.
He gets
close
tackled
to a first
after
down.
11-yard gain. So we get Andrews with an 11-yard gain.
Boy, the momentum he builds up. He's just a strong runner. He was tackled 3 yards ago.
We'll have to get some money to put us in the press
nice
box
run.
next year.
Oh, they give him just short of
His knee dropped down.
9-yard gain for Andrews. Second down. Short yardage.
Rosmick on the wing.
Straight
Andrews again, first time.
Wow, look at that.
Now they're going to give it to,
offensive line.
Okay, now you have the first down. Are you happy? You got that one.
Let me tell you, the offensive line on that left side that time.
Man. You know, and I'll tell you, the Exeter team is not that small when you think about it. They're just not reacting quickly, and that's the whole game. You can be, it can be a fairly average-sized kid, but if you're quick off the line, develop that power.
All right, first down.
That's the Blue Devils' fourth first down.
Yeah, but they don't get first downs on them touchdowns, do they?
No.
Wing right this time, way on the outside. We don't see that very often.
Look, Ryan Carroll.
That's Carroll in a straight handoff dive. That time they had Andrews way out on the wing as a split receiver. I haven't seen that lineup very often.
Well, they've got a real big player out there now for Exeter, Mike. Number 5 is Eric Littman. He's a senior. He's 6'6". They got him down as a tight end, but he's playing that defensive tackle spot. He was all over the place. He wasn't even set when the ball was snapped.
So Exeter calls timeout. They're going to try to change the defense, I would assume. And
well, I think it's about time.
Coach Gaddy coming out to his offense saying, well, guys, we got to get a little more intense and play a little.
Just
you
execute,
never say nice
right?
Things.
No,
you ever notice that when they go out there, they never say, "Hey, you guys are doing good today."
Take the rest of the afternoon off.
They always find something.
Tickets are on sale. We'll be announcing the winner of today's
How come that play
drawing
didn't go for a touchdown?
at the end of
On the
halftime.
drawing board, it's supposed to go. But Salem is real good in their line, Mike. Naylor, and we have at guards Stafford and
Dumont
and
San Germano and
Wells.
Hawkeye, if he goes in. You also have, again, the tight ends.
And the 2 tight ends, or 3 or 4 now.
Whatever you're going to, exactly. Pick 2.
Yeah, take 2. And boy, I tell you, that's a very, very good offensive line.
Speaking to Coach Gaddy in the preseason, he did say, this could be, and this is talking about the years he played at Concord and Trinity, this could be one of the biggest lines I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
And they're certainly showing they're quick and strong.
You know what they're not running today? That
First one.
That's Williams, I think,
Williams,
up the middle.
near the first down.
Close to a first down. What they are not running today, they're running all straight stuff today, straight blocks. But I was really impressed early in the season. I think it was against Timberlane, the trap blocking that they did inside.
Oh, very, very well done. Again, execution. Now we got Mike Pellerin coming in for Langdon. To the right side, you've got Barry. Now here you go.
That's right. 3rd and 1, straight T, tight formation.
They usually run these up the middle. They do.
There's Adam.
They run
Rosmick,
Adam Rosmick.
he's
Look
gonna
at
make
this guy
that
getting to
corner.
the outside. Gets the corner. Makes the first down. Uses the referee as a screen.
He's in bounds.
With the run out by
Well, Adam brings a lot to the team because he brings that outside speed.
And he held it. You know, he held it, his lateral movement a long time before he turned inside. He was waiting for that corner to develop.
Well, he has that move where he steps inside and steps back to the outside.
Right.
And
Down
has the
around the-
speed. First down. They're on about the 24-yard line.
Perspective here is not good.
Andrews.
Andrews
Breaks a couple
breaking
tackles.
1-2 tackles, driving for 5 yards. That's a big 5-yard run.
Behind the blocks of Wes Dumont and Nick San Germano.
I'll tell you what knocks down on the next play. Just don't do anything except listen, right?
Crunch.
This Salem team gets off the ball. Believe me, you can really hear the cracks, and they like it.
Nice one to Ryan Carroll on that left side. His spin move, he's still on his feet.
Still on his feet. Got the first down. Looks
I'll tell you,
like.
that was right off the tackle after the first man threw. I forget who came through first, but he pulled the whole defense inside.
Nice
and Carroll rolled basically off of the left tackle.
That's that same tackle on defense. He did a nice job that time, but he's got no help. He held everybody up, and Ryan just sitting behind his own tackle.
Rolled.
You know, rolls off it and picks up an extra 4 or 5 yards. First down on about the 11, somewhere around
Just
the 11.
outside the 10. They can get a first down without a touchdown.
They're going in. That's
Andrews.
Bangs his way inside the 5. Around the 5-yard line, just about on the 5. Right about on the 5-yard line.
tackle on the play by Chris Cavaretta.
And believe it or not, they
Second and
could
4.
make a first down here.
Yeah.
2nd and 4.
Second down, 4 yards to go. McDonald.
Andrews again.
Andrews, and he's in.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Steve
Touchdown.
Andrews.
This time off the right side. Nice block that time by Jason Stafford on a little trap block. Just turned his man, Mike.
That's all you got to do. Make the lane.
Nice job. Now the score is 26-0. And we'll go, I don't know, for 2 or 1. I don't know what they're doing. They're lining up on the left-hand side.
Well, there's no tee out there, so they're going to, there's the
Oh,
tee.
there it comes. They're going to kick it. Last time the snap was a little high. Last
Jared
time
Burke
they tried
holds for Adam Rosmick, number
I
25,
think
Jared
Casey
Burke.
Stanley's the one that sent us, right? There's that's
That's
perfect.
a good snap, and there's a
And
good
there's a
kick.
kick.
Into the woods.
No good.
Oh, it was a wide.
It was no good.
Bad angle we have. Yes, you're right, Mike. Casey Stanley does snap on the kicks.
Yeah.
Left in the half.
That's a luxury, having a quarterback who snaps the ball.
Well, you got hands, so there you go.
Not only that, next year when he plays, he'll know what that guy in front of him goes through every
True.
play.
How come
He'd
his,
say thank you.
how come his shirts don't fit right the next day? Because he has no neck from getting slapped around on the kicks.
Well, the Blue Devils that time go 54 yards in 9 plays. A 5-yard run by Stevie Andrews for the touchdown. The kick was wide right. Salem 26, Exeter zip. 5:12 remaining in the first half. Blue Devils now have 6 first downs.
And Rosmick will kick off again.
We'll try and recognize a few more people on this kick team.
Yeah,
Get some-
Stanley's 22, 43 is
Mark Shalaboy, number 35, is in there as well.
43 is Derek Goodwin.
Taken
Here's
by
a kick.
Levesque.
Levesque
10.
about the 10.
Oh, he's going to put that ball away. I'll
yeah.
tell you.
Two good spin
Oh,
moves.
there's a stick.
There's a stick right there. We'll catch his number.
That was Chris Williams, number 33. Chris was in another big tackle on one of the other special teams plays.
Yeah, Chris Williams, that was a good hit. Looks like he dinged up his arm a little bit, too.
That's the way he's holding it.
That's a 50-yard kick, a 21-yard return. Adams kicks 60, 48, 45, 53, and 50.
Boy, he's a big weapon. So Exeter takes over 1st and 10 on their own 31-yard line.
Not too shabby for a junior, huh?
handoff to number 20.
Boy, Wes Dumont came around and wrapped him up in that left side position. Came right over him.
We haven't said much about Wes today, but he has played excellent on both offense and defense all year long. Just a real solid player.
Gain of a yard of the play.
Again, some stats that I got from Jim Davis. The freshman football team won this week 12-0. They beat West. So that team is starting to come
along. I heard they were good. Okay.
You got a wing, and they're going to give to the...
Looking for the pass. Oh, wrapped up by Dumont again.
Wes Dumont must have heard us, Mike.
These
guys are going to talk about
If I want to get my name mentioned, I better get out there and do
nice play
something.
by Wes.
Do something big. He's been doing stuff all day. He had some personnel changes for Salem, Mike. The defense is a little bit different. Got some substitutions, giving some of the starters a break. Jeff Fortier, he's been in all along, but he's basically taking the place from the sideline right now. We've got, I believe we have Tim Powers in there on the line. Yes, we do. Tim Powers is in there also.
Yeah, 79.
Jeff Brink is in there. He's been in already at linebacker. So Dumont, Carr, Powers, and Gagnon, the front four.
They're going to pick off a pass.
Here comes the
Look
rush.
at this again.
Oh, that's Dumont again.
Oh,
Is it Fortier? Yeah,
Fortier came
from his
right
middle
in.
linebacker with Ryan Carroll from the outside. And Daniels never had a chance to even get the ball up.
I'll tell you, I was watching the whole time. When I saw the tackle with Carroll, I said, "Oh, get your hands away." I thought he had his face mask. I said, "Oh, no." But he didn't. Or at least the official didn't say he did.
Dana Carr getting a lot of play today on defense. He just went out.
Again, for a sophomore to get the game time in, and plus the fact he's a contributor.
There's the snap. Oh, there's the kick.
Almost in.
Off
Almost
the side
deflected.
of the foot. You got to watch out with those.
Going to bounce off somebody.
Yeah, those are the ones you're running downfield and hitting your back.
I heard that. Get away, get away. Run backwards if you have to. Get away from
We're opposite Coach Rosmick, who is very quietly paroling the sidelines over there.
Very demure, Coach
Yes.
Rosmick.
17-yard punt, no return, and the Blue Devils set up 1st and 10
Let's see,
at the 40.
the field's 50 yards wide, right, Mike? And we're another 20 yards over, and we can hear him as good as the players.
He's standing next to us.
All right, first down. Salem takes over in good field position. They put this one in. And
2 minutes and 23 seconds left.
there's the
Andrews.
second man through. Andrews. Nice defense that time. As they plugged up the hole pretty decent that time, where the Salem offensive linemen really couldn't keep their feet. So it just becomes a log jam, and Andrews doesn't have any man. They ever pitched the ball on a fake on that. The guy's
Well, I'll
going
tell
to
you,
walk
I
around
mentioned about the fake. You've got McDonald finishes off the play with what looks like a bootleg off to the right-hand side. He had a man anchoring him the whole time, number 28 from Exeter.
Watch Rosmick this time. He's on the wing. He goes downfield, little jump pass.
Oh, Langdon again. They got his number. He's going to score again.
No,
he got him. They caught him.
Oh, nicely run play. Just a quick lookout.
Oh, there'll be no talking to him this week in the hallways. He's been doing a real nice job today.
And I'll tell you, that's for the scouts, guys.
That's down at the 8.
Tough thing is about a game on a Saturday afternoon, Mike, is a lot of teams you're going to play don't have this. I'm looking around. I don't see them right now. You see the scouts in the end zone, but I'm
Usually
sure they're here.
all the Friday night people are
That's it.
here. First down, goal to go from about the 7-yard line. McDonald, second man through.
Rosmick.
Rosmick, I think.
Rosmick, and that play is too wide. And a couple times McDonald's this year has fumbled on that because it seems to run wider than John is. It's a long handoff, and you know if anybody dumps you.
Well, the back accelerates, and you have to get over there to get it to him.
Yeah. All right, second down, goal to go with 1:04
Just
to go.
inside the 5 at about the 4.
Straight T.
That's
second.
it. Oh,
there's
that's a good
defensive
stick.
Play.
Levesque.
33
Levesque came
Levesque.
across
That's
it. He wants to get his-
excellent defense.
He wants to get his licks in today, too, because he knows that, or at least he would imagine he could do a lot better than they've been doing.
Third and goal. Third down, goal to go. From about the 5 this time. Straight T formation. It's Andrews and Williams. And Ryan Carroll. Now this is McDonald. He throws and incomplete.
He went to go throw, and he put the ball away. He had to.
Was he sacked or they incomplete?
No, they called it incomplete. He threw the ball.
Oh, it bounced off. I thought he ate it.
Nice job by John McDonald to even get that off. So it's 4th down. Would you try a field goal?
Only if you wanted to practice it.
Yeah, I would.
They're going to practice.
I would try it, sure.
I would assume. So Casey Stanley coming in. That means he's playing center, and they're going to try.
Hey, Jared Burke came in for the hold.
Jared Burke looking for the tee. Zips in.
Set's going to come at the 12. No, yes.
Yeah,
That's
about
12,
the 12-yard line. So 22-yard field goal.
22-yard field goal attempt.
He's definitely got the leg for it. Is a question of there's a snap. Good snap.
He's got time.
Ball down,
Oh,
he drills
left.
it. No good left.
Good. Field goal, no good.
I'll tell you, it was high enough. It would have been a line driver right over the bar, but just to the left.
So it's no good, and Exeter takes over. 1st down, 10 to go on their own 20-yard line.
Here's a question too, Mike. How do you practice your field goals? Do you practice your field goals at the middle of the field, or do you practice your field goals on a hash mark? If there was a hash mark, because certainly that was way well off the center, wasn't it? Where the ball was put
that
down.
was to the left. And you know what else, Mike? Do you ever practice field goals with someone coming in on you?
Oh, that's it. Well, you got your slime
get
team.
out there and kick.
You got your other kids.
But
you got
even
your
then,
JVs.
you don't waste the time
Right.
at practice doing it. So, it's
22 seconds left in the first half.
Exeter will just run the clock out.
Okay,
and
Casey
try to
Stanley in on the corner here as well.
Yeah, Casey playing defense now. Adam Rosmick out. Who's on the back? That Barry. Oops. Somebody forgot
man
to
short
come
in
in.
the line. That's right where it came from.
Casey Stanley with a nice tackle.
Adam Feldman with the carry.
Yeah, it came right to that side. That was light. That was
Ends
number
the
60.
half, I think. No, 16 seconds to go. Exeter will call timeout, hoping to go against
Timeout, Blue Hawks.
some of the second line players and some of the first one. Sort of a mixture in there now. We've got Jared Burke, Mike, out on that defensive left corner, and Casey Stanley on the right corner.
The right side. Matt Barry's in the
Matt Barry in
backfield.
the middle, and normally that would be Demkowski out in the middle, and
Enjoying a day of rest. Well deserved.
and McDonald on the corner. So
Your linebackers now, you're still going to have Pellerin's on the left side, I guess. Pellerin and Gagnon's on the right. You got Fortier. Powers is in on the line, I believe. Also Dumont.
yeah.
And I believe, is it Dana Carr or Mike Wells? I can't see the number.
Isn't
They're
it
both
Br-
about the
is it
same
Brink?
size.
Isn't Brink out there?
Jeff Brink is out there as well. He'd be more towards the middle. He's a
He's
linebacker.
68, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's in the middle there too. So it depends on the set they're running, whether they're running an odd or an even
Buy
man set.
your 50-50 tickets. We will be announcing the winning number at the end of the half.
Dana Carr is in.
So it's sort of a mixture of players out there now. Coach Rosmick yelling to his defense.
16 seconds. Still directed traffic.
Sure, looking for the pass
There's
the
a
whole
pass.
way.
There's a throw. The ball.
Casey Stanley gets turned around, intercepts it.
Intercepts it.
Nice
Casey
play.
Stanley, good position.
Stanley looking over his
Superb.
left shoulder, turning back over his right shoulder, making the reception.
Oh, nice position, Mike. You know, he's got the guy hammered in on the sideline and gets good position, makes the right turn, and intercepts the ball. Good hands.
Well played by Casey Stanley. With 10
Basketball
seconds
players
now
all got
left,
good hands.
10 seconds left in this half.
I'd
Salem
just sit
takes
on
over.
the ball, I think, and go in. One run play. And that's the end of the first half. The score, 26-0 Salem. It's been all Salem. We'll be back after the band show. Enjoy it. Bernie will give you all the stats from the first half, and we'll bring you the second half. So 26-0. Now, Monty Clausen's Salem High School Marching Band will be performing. Enjoy the halftime show.
Thousands of women will lose a child to AIDS simply because they didn't get an HIV test when they were pregnant. You see, there's now treatment that can help stop the spread of HIV from mother to baby, which gives children of HIV-infected mothers something they never had before, a chance. If you're pregnant, please get an HIV test.
only a little motor oil.
What difference is one drop of paint going to make?
This much fertilizer isn't going to pollute anything.
You're looking at a sea of excuses, created drop by people like you and me. Our waters can be saved if each of us does their part. Drop by drop. If we all do a little, we can do a lot. Brought to you by the Natural Resources Defense Council, the EPA, and the Ad Councils of the U.S. and Japan.
All right, we're back for the second half. John Kelly here, one of my favorite people, when he brings me a nice ice cream. Normally, he's not one of my favorite people. But at least the kids at home, John, think you say bad things about me, but I know you better. I know you wouldn't do that in class, would you? John, we got a couple things coming up, auctions and stuff like that. Why don't you just give a little say, and then we'll get that back to the football game.
Well, Tucky, as you know, we've got the Performing Arts Trust Fund auction. That's coming up on December 8th. It's a Friday night. It's going to be at 6 p.m. and the proceeds are going to go to benefit the Salem High School Marching Band's trip down to Washington. They're planning on heading down there in March, and could be the Cherry Blossom Festival, could be the St. Patrick's Day Parade, but Marty Clausen and company, the band, as you just saw, just a phenomenal job. They're not as good as you, Mike. Don't worry, don't worry. But they're quite the group, and they're going to have a great experience down in Washington this spring, and hopefully we're going to get a lot of support, as we always do, from the great folks in the Salem area as we have our auction. This will be our 4th annual auction, and it should be a lot of fun. And we haven't really gone after items yet, but we will be soon. And the reason I'm talking so much is just because Mike Tuckle has so much in his mouth right now. Now that he's swallowed, we'll give it back to you, Tuck.
Thanks, John. John brought us a little ice cream. Bernie, we'll get to those stats. Why don't we get the kickoff and then first yeah, that was a fun time last night. All right, here's the kickoff. Exeter kicking the ball off to Salem. This looks like Ryan Carroll just falls on the ball.
Yeah, and wisely so, Mike. Certainly you don't want to have the first play of your second half diving all over the ball.
Well, we had kind of a short halftime because there wasn't much to say. It's all the stats of Salem.
Yep. The Blue Devils quickly. The Blue Devils had 26 plays, 7 first downs. The Blue Devils had 297 yards total offense in the first half, as they had 240 on the ground and 57 in the air. Exeter had 38 yards total offense in the first half.
Here's the first play of the second half. Good defensive play is it's stopped by the Exeter team. Change a little defense, Mike, that time.
Well, they're loading up the middle now, Mike. They want nothing coming off tackle and certainly nothing going through the middle. So they stacked it up.
Open up.
Oh, you know what's going to happen now. I can tell you right now what's going to happen. Besides, you're going to put it around, you're going to go around the corner.
Yep.
Brian Williams. Or cast 1,000, anybody can go around that corner.
Or Rosmick or anybody else.
Williams had 4 carries, 122 yards in the first half by Williams.
4 carries, 122, not bad. Better than your average back. All right, second down, 10. You hear a lot of chomping. Johnny Kelly brought us all ice cream. Trying to bribe us. All right, here's a little counter play. And again, snuffed by the Exeter defense, trying to run a little counter. So it's going to be 3rd and 10. Saw a lot of good movies, John. Talked about them last night.
That was Peller's.
I was going to say, John, usually we don't see you at the game. How come you drove all the way up here? Oh, you come from Exeter. I forgot. That's right. You mentioned live in Salem. That's why. I don't know why you got nice kids and a nice wife. That's what I want to know. All right, 3rd down, big play. McDonald pitches the ball. This is Williams to the outside, gets to the outside.
He's got the corner. He's got the first down. He's got a touchdown.
This might build his average. Brian Williams going to be 200 yards.
Oh, man.
Oh, what a move that was on the corner. Brian Williams, touchdown.
What do we say about that corner, Mike? What do we say about that corner? Someone's going to take it.
We just told you were going to run the corner.
Right? They go 70 yards in 3 plays, all of it in one. Brian Williams.
Mike, John Kelly just told me he was a good music student, too.
Boy, with the multi-dimensional, faceted students here at Salem High, they can run, they can play the flute, they can play the violin, they can sing.
Here's the only guy that's got a 40-yard average, carries the ball once in the second half, and boosts his average.
Different kicker, Mike.
Different kicker. This is Pellerin.
Mike Pellerin.
Mike Pellerin.
He puts it in.
That's one for the books. Bernie, you got a new guy in
scoring score.
Yep.
Well, now we got whatever we got.
10:07.
33. Salem, one play, 70 yards. Brian Williams. Okay. You always know the right statistics. I never know anything.
70 yards, 3 plays. Brian Williams, a 70-yard run for the touchdown. Mike Pellerin's kick is good. Salem 33, Exeter 0. 10:07 remaining in the third quarter. That took all of 1 minute and 53 seconds to score.
But you know, there's a lot more to Exeter than just doing football.
It better be. I'll tell you, because it's going to be, as Mike Courtois says, it's going to be about in the middle of the first period. This is going to be a long second half for us. Because we'll be, like John Kelly just said to me, on the radio, they're talking about the band and the
Right,
pretty
what a
leaves
kick.
and everything else.
There's
a big kick about the 5. Oh, nice move. The 20.
Number 20 on the return.
The return about the 26-yard line.
This tackle again. Brian Williams there on that tackle. Brian's a madman on special teams, playing real well today.
He got about 192 yards or something like that. Better than average day. All right, Exeter takes over. 1st and 10. We got to get back to this game here.
We're
I'm
in the
still
game.
eating my ice cream.
Well, we have that second.
51-yard kick, 21-yard return. 1st and 10 at the 26.
Oh, nice wrap there. Jason Gagnon, I believe, coming across from his right side position.
That's that same play on that inside handoff, Mike.
Yep.
Against a lesser quality team, that play was going to break
That
for
didn't
them
fool
this year.
anybody. Jeff Brink was right there also. He stepped in for the linebacker spot. Mike Walsh is coming out. That means Dana Carr is probably in for him.
Yeah. Brian Carroll's out here on the corner.
Well, Casey Stanley also. Casey Stanley and Jared Burke and Matt Barry, the deep secondary.
Casey had an interception. Good varsity start.
40 is stepping in now again as that 5th down lineman. Brink cheating up.
Uh-oh, he's in the secondary.
And he gets caught.
Nice
First down.
tackle.
Matt Barry. That's a gamble you take when you come in like that, Mike.
Yeah. You know, Mike, if you choose the wrong hole.
I can go this side or that side.
What he did was he cut into the inside and the back went to the other hole.
Oh, that's the
But
gamble.
once in a while, the other team has been practicing all year too. you
Sure
know.
thing.
All right, 1st down, Exeter.
That's their 3rd first down. They had 2 in the first half.
1st down at 10.
I knew that.
At the 40.
1st down, Exeter. Hand off to Levesque.
Ball Levesque with the carry.
Nowhere.
San Germano and 40 are in quickly on that one, Mike, to turn the play to the inside where they're quickly stopped.
You know, Mike, San Germano has really good lateral speed all year long. I've been able, you know, the play will be to his left or to his right. And he's able to make that move upfield and then cross. That's a tough play.
Done a nice job. We got a couple of subs now. Tim Powers just came in. And also Jason Stafford back in now. He's got a little breather coming in for Jeff Brink. Powers coming in for Carr. So from left to right, it's going to be Pellerin, Powers. Oh, we got Fortier coming in again. Oh boy, Fortier
just missed the back.
Missed that. He's so quick off that line. He's just reading the cadence.
Well, you know what happened that time? Fortier actually ran past the back.
That's right. You came right by him.
You know, you got a choice of the quarterback or the other guy. He chose wrong.
Yeah.
Thanks, Johnny. And we'll get a little more about your.
Thank you to Mr. Kelly for all the ice cream.
The pleasure was all yours, Kelly. Okay, here we go now. We got 3rd down, 8 yards to go.
Looking to air it out. Picked the wrong side. Okay, the big 6'6".
There's your boy.
Boy, I figured the ball's going to go to him eventually with that kind of height.
That's not a first down, however.
Yeah, but you got to throw it more than 3 yards.
That's it.
Pickup of about 6. It's going to make it 4th and 2.5.
4th down, 2 yards. Actually, about more closer to 3.
That's the first completion for Daniels to his own team. He was intercepted twice in the first half.
It's closing in.
Well, if you want to nitpick.
Closing in on the 500 mark, Brent.
So he's 1 for 3 for 6 yards. And they're going to go for it on 4th down.
4th down. Gonna go for it.
4th down.
Oh, they got him.
There you go.
Oh, are they going to be mad during the week?
And you know that's the way the play is designed too, isn't it? Part of it, you got to play. You're going to run, but you're going to try and catch them off sides too. There's more than one way to make a first down, Mike.
And there aren't many for Exeter left.
No, well, they used that
33
one.
to nothing.
Did that one well.
That's Salem's first penalty of the day.
Yeah, crucial one.
One they're most likely going to regret during practice this week, Bernie.
I can guarantee you that. Patience is a virtue.
You mean Mr. Rosnick won't be happy?
No.
Oh, I think Coach Gaddy may have something to say about that too, and a cast of other coaches.
And Coach Betancourt's not going to be happy either. But we won easy, don't matter. All right, here we go, first down. Inside Salem territory, been a while since they've been there. That inside handoff, up the middle. 74.
Wrapped up by Nick San Germano.
San Germano. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
A lot of good, solid tackling today too, Mike. Because I don't see a lot of upper body grabbing around stuff. A lot of that waist tackling and around the thighs. Which is what we teach, textbook stuff.
You got it. Well, I think it was apparent from the very beginning of this game that the Salem line was just too strong for this thing.
This is their first foray into Salem territory.
2nd down, about 8. There's a pitch play to a quality back.
Okay, Levesque.
Oh, there's a
Still on
stay on his feet.
Oh, someone's hurt.
Yeah, they got a player hurt. Down, looks like 34.
55, I think I thought it was. One of the big players, Winslow.
On that play.
That's a first down. That's a nice run. I'll tell you, Wes Dumont hit that kid square, knocked him at least 5 feet to the side, but he didn't leave his feet.
Nope.
So out there, Sean Cox out in the field, just going back to Salem sideline, helping out the injured player. Little delay here. Bernie, why don't you go over those first half stats and you didn't get a chance to do them.
First half stats, number of plays, Exeter had 24, Salem had 26. The first down department, however, the Blue Devils had 7 to 2. The yards passing, John McDonald has been effective today so far, 2 for 3, 57 yards and 1 touchdown. Daniels, on the other hand, was 0 for 2, intercepted twice, sacked once for -7, so -7 passing for the Blue Hawks. The yards rushing department, Exeter had 45 yards, Levesque had 11, Adam Fellman 28, Nate Fellman 9, Rob Daniels a -3, total 45 yards. Total net yardage for the Blue Hawks in the first half, 38. The Blue Devils had 240 yards rushing in the first half. Williams 4 for 122, Andrews 11 for 40, Rosmick 3 for 57, and Carroll 4 for 21. They had 1 field goal attempt. They did not punt in the first half. Total yardage 297 for the Blue Devils. No penalties for the Blue Devils. 2 for 7.5 yards for the Blue Hawks. And the Blue Hawks turned the ball over 3 times on a fumble and 2 interceptions. Salem fumbled once, and if they hadn't done that, we'd have had an extra score in the first half.
Yeah, it just was no contest. Just dominated by the Blue Devils. Hate to see these kids when they're down like this. They knew immediately because they called right away.
Yeah.
Lots of times we hope everything's all right. I saw the second center come over with the quarterback, which
take a few snaps.
Yeah, not supposed to do, but I saw Tony Haley, who's the one of the referees, say to the coach, he's got to be off the field. Did you see that?
Right.
So they come over here. In fairness to a high school kid, I mean, you got to get some practicing reps in,
Right.
So, I don't know. They're looks like they're looking over his ankle. So Exeter will have 1st and 10. They're on what, the 36-yard line, furthest into Salem territory. Been able to move, and you got a couple players going out there, and I would assume they're going to carry him. He wants to get up himself.
Mike, this is...
They got 55 sitting up now, so
That's good.
that's a good sign. Yeah, it looks like an ankle or a leg.
Mike, the Blue Devils, with their Thanksgiving Day win and the first 3 wins this year of a 4-game winning streak. If we win today, we'll have a 5-game winning streak, and you've got to go back till about 1987 to find a time when the Blue Devils won 5 straight games.
Well, there's a stat. There's a statistic right there.
I want to know what other high school's got that stat. And take my word for it, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Courtois and I had no idea.
But now we remember.
Oh, we'll remember them. We're good at remembering them.
Because I looked it up. And we
Yeah, but you got a place to look it up, Bernie. That's the whole key. So we got to, again, play it down. It's one of those things in high school that you don't like to see. They tried to get him up. It surprised me. They're going to take the cot out, put him in the cot, and ride him off, I would assume, to the hospital. I don't know, Mike, we're speculating up here, but it looked like an ankle or a leg.
He was favoring his ankle. It looked like his knees are bent, so you wouldn't think it'd be a knee.
You know, a crack or breaking a leg.
See what comes out.
But they knew right away that the kid was hurt bad enough to pull people out, you know. Isn't one of those. So while the delay goes on, again, Salem will be heading to 4-0. Next week they play Bishop Girton at Girton.
Friday night.
I assume it's at Holman Stadium, but although someone said it may not be.
I'm not sure whether Bishop Girton has a field with lights. That's the only concern.
And a week after that, we're back home for homecoming.
That'll be a different kind of week, too, for us. This is an interesting thing. We'll let the people know at home that there's going to be a pep rally. Now, ordinarily, the homecoming finishes off the Salem High School Spirit Week with a lot of activities, and those of you with sons and daughters at the school know all about Spirit Week. It's kind of organized Looney Tunes, but it's a lot of fun. The kids have a great time. But this year, because it's a short week, and also because the student body has now outgrown the gym. We can't fit all the kids in the gym for a pep rally. So, trying something novel this year, they're going to have the pep rally at night on Grant Field on Thursday night, which I believe will be October 12th. And the general public is invited to come on by and take part in all the homecoming festivities and all the Spirit Week activities and pep rally activities going on that night under the lights on Grant Field on Thursday night.
It should be fun and interesting.
It'll be the first time we've done it. It should be excellent, combined with the bonfire, weather permitting.
All right, here we go. First down, 10 yards to go, Exeter.
They're on the 36-yard line, Mike. This is their deepest penetration of the day.
Inside handoff.
The 20, and he's going to go sideways.
And he gets to about the...
And Dana Carr with the stop.
Dana Carr with the tackle.
Playing with emotion.
Dana has gotten a lot of playing time today.
2nd and 7.
They're still working on Jeremy Winslow down here on the sideline.
Yeah. Here we go. 2nd down. About 8 to go. Exeter. Pitch play to
Pitch to Levesque.
Levesque, and he's nice. Cut down.
Quick through there by Jeff Fortier.
Fortier and Burke, both nice defense. Now we're going to have 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 5.
Exeter's going to have to rely upon some quickness to work on that outside stuff. It looks like that's where they're going.
Third down, 6 yards to go. Inside Salem's 35 at about the 31, 32-yard line. This will be 4-down territory if they don't make the first down. The inside handoff.
Nice move. They went to the middle that time.
2 tackles, get caught up in the referee, and taken down there by Casey Stanley and Dana Carr.
First down.
First down.
21 yards. Pickup of 11.
Oh, they're moving the ball well that time.
Mike Wells comes out. Getting a lot of players to some playing time.
Exeter, this is their longest drive of the day. They started on their own 26.
Salem's only had 3 plays this whole half so far, right? And this is Levesque. Bounces off. 1-2, picks up 4 yards.
Twisting and spinning.
Stopped in there by car again.
Gain of 5, second and 5.
Tim Powers leaving the game.
This is the 12th play of this drive. They're down to the 15.
In replacing Tim.
71 is it?
Jim Flynn.
Flynn. This is
got him by the shirt.
Dana Carr at the back, grabbing him by the back there, pulling him down, wrestling him over.
Adam Feldman with the carry.
Feldman, a little dive play right up the middle, so we're going to have third down. And
They didn't gain anything that time. No, they didn't
probably about 3.
Oh, they did.
Oh, not even. 3rd and 2. Exeter show a little bit of a drive here. Time to jump again.
So they make contact. They must have. Offside Salem. That's the
another
second
way to
penalty.
make a first down.
So that's the second time they've done that. That's been their most effective play, Mike, all day long.
It's a Salem penalty.
Offside
A
Salem.
5-yard jump.
First down.
That's 2 penalties in this drive. So it's first and goal at the 9.
First down, goal to go from the 9-yard line. Pitch play to
Levesque
Cole
turning
Levesque.
inside. Oh,
He's
nice
got some
hole.
running room, and
He's going to
he's
score.
in. Touchdown, Levesque. Exeter scores, making the score 33-6.
Nice
For the
job.
extra point.
Nice job by the right side, the Exeter line. There was quite a large hole that they produced. And Levesque, a quality back, turning into the hole to the score.
That was a nice drive by that team. 2 crucial plays with the offsides, but, you know, team that could be really demoralized after the 3rd play of the second half. They go for another touchdown.
Oh, plus you had a lot of emotion with one of your players has been hurt too, and he's been carried off the field. That does a lot for your emotion as well.
Right.
You're going to go for 2. What do you got? You got a minute
Gotta go for
29?
2.
What are you reading there? Minute
Gotta
29?
go for 2. Levesque pitch, tail back.
Same play.
And he's in.
2-play conversion is good by Colin Levesque. With 1:29 of the 3rd quarter remaining. Salem 33, the Blue Hawks 8.
33-8. Salem will receive the kick.
The Exeter Blue Hawks go 74 yards in 13 plays, helped by 2 offside penalties. Levesque runs for 2, Salem 33, Exeter 8. A minute 29 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
And Salem looking like they're ready for a possible
Onside kick.
onside
Yeah.
kick. They got some people with hands in the front there.
And
Steve
they're all-
Andrews is
they're
up
all
there,
up real
Matt Barry,
tight, too.
Jason Stafford, Jeff Fortier. Jeff Brink is right in the middle of that front 5.
So here we go.
Matt Farrow to kick. Jared Burke out of Roseneck in the backfield for Salem.
Oh, he's got to
Kick it up nice and high.
That's a perfect kick in that situation. This
Taken
is
by
Adam
Adam
Rosman.
Rosman, who could turn one up. Okay, he's going to be
He's
wrapped
up
up.
over the 40 to about the 42, 43-yard line.
Very good field
Salem
position.
will take over 1st and 10. Well, he kicked that ball right in the dead spot. That's as good as
Ball spotted to Salem.
an onside kick.
That's awful. Goes nowhere. No lift. No oomph, I should say. Plenty of lift. Right up in the air.
30-yard kick, 13-yard return by Adam.
Straight T. Rosmick at quarterback, second man through is Andrews.
Andrews, who
He's
squirts
still on
ahead
his
for a
feet,
couple.
Gets to the 45-yard line, around the 45.
Tackled by Phil Anderson.
Second down. 7.
Second down and 7.
Steve Andrews now 42 yards on 12 carries.
Those are hard-earned yards too, Bernie.
Yeah, the longest one's been 9 yards, so.
Rosmick.
To Pellerin.
Pellerin and
Gain of a couple.
gain 2. Get 43 in there now, Mike. Derek Goodwin's in the backfield.
3rd and 7.
Pellerin, Goodwin, Rosmick.
Nick Alsop is in now for Josh Langdon.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. So at the end of the 3rd quarter, Salem leading 33-8. I'm sorry.
Jared Burke was also there, Mike, in the backfield.
Well, we saw that quarter, Mike, we saw primarily dominated by the Blue Hawks. Salem took the opening kickoff, and after the 3rd play, Brian Williams ran 70 yards for a touchdown. And then essentially Exeter took the ball and ate up most of the rest of the 3rd quarter as they drove the length of the field for their first score of the day. Colin Levesque, a 9-yard run, and kicked it back to the Blue Devils, who, unless they can do something here to convert, may be forced with their first punt of the day.
So Salem will be taking, starting out the 4th quarter, be 3rd down and about 6 or 7, 6 to go. Salem's starting lineup is in, Mike, on the line anyways.
The line's the same. The backs are all different.
Well, we now have Alsop is in, and Langdon.
And Jared Burke, number 25.
And the quarterback is Rosmick. Looks like a throwing down, or they could run an option with Rosmick. 3rd and 6.
Oh, there's that passing look. Blocked down. It's really hard. They're 6 feet 6 inches tall coming at you. Eric Littman. It's hard to throw through him.
Looking to hit Pellerin coming down the right side, left sideline.
Coming out of that halfback slot.
4th down, we're going to see Salem punt the ball.
Okay, 4th down. Back to kick. Adam Rosmick.
Bob Nader from the backfield.
Exeter called timeout just before they got it off.
timeout.
I think they had too many men on the field, that's why. So, timeout. Strange.
Yeah, what that's all about.
I'm pretty sure they had too many men on the field.
That's tough. If you think, looking from Exeter, if you think you're going to mount the drive and you're going to come back, which is not real realistic, I think you might want to save your timeouts. Even later on in the game, you can put one of your subs. Might use timeout to put some kids into a game.
Sure.
Oh, well.
This will be Salem's first punt of the day.
This game has slowed down to a walk.
I know. We were making great time in that first half.
Well, that 3rd quarter went pretty quick. They kept it on the ground for the most part, although Salem did get penalized twice.
You bet.
There we go. Rosmick back to kick.
Snap. Here comes the rush. Kick. Nice.
Nice kick. A lot of pressure.
Inside
Salem
the
bounce.
20-yard line.
Takes a nice Salem
about
bounce.
the 18. 19, somewhere around there. First down, 10 yards to go. Exeter from their own 18, 19-yard line.
Ball spotted at the Exeter 18-yard line.
35-yard punt, no return. 34-yard punt, and now they spotted at the 19.
Of course, Dumont coming out of the game. Give him a little break. Jay White, number 62, is in that left side. And he's right in there in the tackle.
Yep, nice play.
Welcome into the game, Mr. White. Here's the first tackle.
1 for 1. No gain. Oh,
very little gain, if any. Second down, about 9, 8.
Jay White is in. Jim Flynn at the left side. Right side, you've got Ryan Carr, Jason Gagnon, front four for Salem. Leaving the four-man line.
Looks like somebody
There's a
left
pitch
early.
back to
Mike Pellerin gets his hand on him, but finished off by... Someone else finished him off with that tackle as well.
run a little pitch
job. Gain of about 5.
Rosmick back in the backfield.
Oh, delayed it.
Nice tackle.
Looks like he might have made the first down though, Mike.
Close. 40 with that tackle. Nice tackle. First down, Exeter. First down. First down, Exeter. As the play, a little pass up, a little handoff up the middle.
Jay White in on that one as well.
Second out of 5.
So a gain of 5, second and 5, they're moving the ball again a little bit.
Exeter showing a lot more offense here because Salem has brought in some replacement players in some locations.
Pitch play.
Nice move.
Back. First down. Down the sideline. Out
Jeff
close
Brink.
to the 50-yard line. Brink with the tackle. Nice run. And they're running that little pitch play, and he's running real well.
Stepped out of bounds over here for his tackles.
Yeah, about the 48, 49-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go.
Well, I guess he didn't. They're threatening to cross the 50 again.
First and 10.
Rosmick out. Jared Burke is in, 25.
Inside handoff, backs in the backfield.
That's going to be their touchdown.
Touchdown. Adam Feldman, little inside handoff, cut to the right, cut to the outside, and was gone.
52 yards. Exeter is making it a little closer.
Defensive back that time on that side got caught inside. All you do is get the tackle shadows when you step inside.
That's all that happens. It's unfortunate, too, because the Salem team is playing real well.
So with 9:54 remaining in the game.
Are they going for 2? And
he's back to throw.
And it's it. That's good. Matt Barry slipped on that one. 6-6. It's hard to defend.
We now have 33-16.
Well, we're not real concerned about losing the game, but now the question is you haven't shut out the game before, now you've allowed some scoring to go on. Draw the line.
Also, you got to tell these players, they get on the field in the varsity level, you got to step it up.
That's it.
You may be needed later in the season. You got to step it up.
Exeter goes 81 yards in 6 plays, a 52-yard run by Adam Feldman. Feldman now 14 carries, 117 yards. 52-yard Daniels pass to Eric Littman for 2, 33-16.
Kickoff.
Going out of bounds.
Into the cheerleaders.
Not exactly the best kick. Actually, he kicked it a long way, but it went sideways.
Right. Well, I think the idea there too, Mike, is kick it off to the sideline, no return.
He's going to take the ball on the penalty on the 35. I mean, the 30-yard line. First down.
Andrews coming in now.
Call on Exeter.
Salem starters back in, Mike.
Yeah. They just want to run some time off the clock.
There's Andrews.
Andrews.
Cloud of dust.
Right in the middle of the baseball field. And,
right behind the blocks of Jason Stafford, number 51.
Andrews picks up 2. Second and 8.
Second and 8.
Right through there, Andrews again.
That's Andrews up the middle again. Going behind the right side of that line. A little bit of leg drive, picks up 3.
Run by Steve Andrews. Tackled by Alan Merriam.
It's going to be 3rd and 5.
Third down, almost exactly 5.
Pitch to Williams.
Oh, he got swarmed in.
Fumble.
Good defense.
Is that a fumble?
I lost the...
Looks like it.
Jumping around. I think they're just happy.
Maybe just a fourth down.
When you stop a guy from -1 that's had
Fourth
about
down.
a 40-yard average.
Yeah. It's like, stop him. Stop anyone that looks like him, too. He's giving us fits.
Actually, no gain. 4th and 5.
Back for the punt. Putting on a rush.
Nice kick.
Oh, nice kick. Daniels is back.
And it bounces back upfield. Down there. First down, 10 yards to go on about the 29, 28-yard line.
Spotted at the Exeter 29, 1st and 10.
31-yard punt, no return.
Salem defense is out there now, Mike. It looks like the first line defense.
Yeah. Really.
Enough is enough.
Let's see what happens now. And they're running that pitch play. They've been running real well. There's the second man
Levesque.
through.
Oh,
Nice
Levesque.
move.
Nice hold.
Stopped
Mike
in there by
Wells. Trips him up.
Back made a nice move in the backfield to avoid a hit.
Wes Dumont's talking to the official.
I think he might have been
Hey,
helped.
I'm getting killed.
2nd and 5. Exeter has dominated the second half. Scored twice.
Second down, 5 yards to go. Go inside, handoff, goes nowhere.
Nice stop. Jason Stafford on that one. Pardon our delay. It's people at the bottom of piles and our angle. It's hard to see who's going in.
3rd and 4.
I got a 3rd and 3, so whatever. Big defensive play here. Gonna keep it on the ground.
Oh, Levesque stopped in the backfield.
That's the first line back in again now, and
Yes,
they get great penetration.
Yep.
Levesque is stopped there by
Nick San Germano. Good contact.
4th down. About 1. Long one. Exeter will go. Can't get this team to jump.
Yeah. Nice try.
This is the other team.
Yeah.
We learned that lesson earlier.
If anything else, they'll be slow off the line now. They're not going to jump again.
I think I saw the coach saying we're going to punt now.
Yeah.
Now you look at him saying, now you want a first down, you got to run one.
They're going to earn it.
Salem band having a good time over here.
Rock and Roll Part 2, I believe.
Yeah.
That song.
Reminder on Monday, the Jersey football team will be playing in Salem. On Thursday, the freshman team will be playing away at Spalding.
Long time out here.
4th and about this.
Next up for the varsity team next Saturday, we'll be
4th
taking
and
on
about
King.
2. They're at the 37-yard line.
Hope to see you there.
6:04 to go in the ball game.
We'll now see if they're going to punt.
After all that.
Next Saturday, we'll start at 1:30 in Keene.
Well, you know, at 5:04 or 6:04, I guess I wouldn't punt.
Taking
You have to lose.
Time.
You know?
Going to go for it. 4th and 2.
4th down and 2.
3rd and 2. It's 4th and 2, actually.
And he's got it.
Has the first down.
All the way back with the carry.
The philosophy, what's going on now, of course, is Exeter's allowing the penetration to straight lanes.
Yeah.
And all they're doing, you can come in, it can trap you right through.
7, 8. Exeter now has 10 first downs. They've picked up 8 of them in this second half.
Oh, a little confusion there.
And the handoff, and that's going nowhere.
Yeah.
Picked up
40
about
are
a
in the
yard.
stop. 40 are in Wells, Stafford.
It's a little play that's, he hands it to the back and he goes against the green, but there was nothing there.
A little log jam.
Back to
Oh, West Dumont's going to be all over him here. Oh, nice move. Nice batted down there by Steve Andrews.
Andrews. Nice play by West Dumont there.
A lot of pressure on the quarterback. Andrews coming over for the help.
Did you guys notice Salem's got a little different helmet tonight?
Yes, I noticed. Something has reappeared on the helmet.
What's that?
Looks like a Salem Blue Devil.
Ah.
And also the stripe.
Stripe. Yep.
The Devils more, I don't know, some of them I think have it in the back, haven't they?
Oh,
All
where
right,
they?
here we go.
3rd and 7.
3rd down. 7 yards to go.
Oh, that's a nice play.
Nice play. That play was made by Wells. 76 was just getting up. Nice play with one-arm tackle.
Yeah.
A little trap play.
Spun him around.
4th and about 4.
That's a bit longer play now, Mike. A little bit longer move than last time. Even that 1 yard's a long yard when you're in this position. 4th and 4.
4th and 4 is a tough play. And they haven't been able to throw the ball, which is really bad. All right. There's the pitch.
And Levesque is caught behind the line.
Good
Salem's
night.
going to take over.
That was Wells who just plain beat his man easily. Mike Wells, nice play, and then Andrews finished him off.
Mike Wells is a little banged up, it looks like, Mike.
Yeah.
Limping on is it an ankle or a knee?
At the Exeter 49.
Press down, Salem. A couple first downs, this game will be over.
We got a new quarterback, Mike. Oh, no, that's
McDonald.
again.
This is Williams. Look at that.
Williams,
move.
look at him. fighting his way through.
Brian Williams picks up about 5 rather. What a nice move at the line of scrimmage there.
He's looking for everything.
Face mask, 15 yards, or 10, right?
You got a face mask?
Yep, got a flag. It's going against Exeter.
We're going to back him up and give him a first down. It's the first major penalty in the game, I think.
Yep. Yes, it is.
Williams picks up 15 in the face mask. Had 15. Williams picks up 5, plus 15 on the penalty.
Face mask call against Exeter. First down. Ball the Exeter 29.
Salem's first down of the second half. That's Ryan Carroll.
Middle. Gain of a couple.
Andrews coming in for Williams.
Second down.
Second down and 8.
Andrews.
Right over the top. Right over Nick San Germano.
Yeah. So we now have third down. 4 down territory.
Williams in for Andrews with the play.
Third down and 5.
McDonald.
Oh, the option. Oh, boy. That's a live ball.
Touchdown, Exeter.
With Levesque.
Levesque picks up a fumble that was blocked. Exeter was a pitch. McDonald pitched it, an Exeter player hit it, picked up and run back for a touchdown.
That's about a 65-yard return of the fumble.
Well, that's tough. It looks like Johnny probably should have ate that one because he was coming around that corner. He just didn't really have the angle for the pitch. Nice read, though. Levesque was the one who made the block, didn't he?
Yep.
Made the block and picked it up.
Ball bounced right back up. That's always fun when it bounces up. It makes it easier.
Boy, I love the option, too, but that was a tough one.
Another spread formation here.
They're going to want to pass it again.
They're going to give it to Levesque.
Sure. Well, they could, yep.
Pitch.
He's going to pass it.
He throws it in the end zone.
And not this time. Oh!
Intercepted.
Okay. Not Lippman this time.
2:29 left in the game. The score 33-22 for the Exeter Bulldogs.
So 22 to 33.
225,
Nowhere
229.
close to what the score really is. The game and the score are not compatible.
No. Well, although actually, depending for the way the teams are put in there, I mean, the Exeter first team did move the ball against the Salem second team. That's
and they cashed in on a big break.
Can only speculate on what would have happened if the first team stayed in the whole game.
And here we go with another kickoff.
Kicked by Mark Bell.
The last one went out of bounds.
There's that squib.
Onside.
And
Salem gets it.
Recovers.
Salem ball.
Salem's going to take over in good position. About the 41-yard line or so.
I think when they got that big lead, Mike, it's hard to get it back in gear again.
41-yard line.
He had a lot to prove, you know, that first series and that first quarter because revenge is sweet.
Yeah. This is a team that just plays well against Salem, too. So with about 2:14 left, Salem takes over, first and 10.
Clock rolling. McDonald.
Williams up the
Just
middle.
fighting along. Gain of about 2.
I'm sorry, it's Carroll.
That was Ryan Carroll.
Yeah, 32.
Yep.
In the dust. Picks up 3.
Mike Wells is
about
out of the
3.
game. I know he was favoring that leg earlier in that last series. Tim Powers, number 79, in left tackle for Mike Wells. To his left is Josh Langdon.
Andrews
diving down.
Andrews up over the 45 to about the 46.
Stop by Alan Merriam.
3rd down. 1:15 to go in the game.
3rd down at 5.
So the 22 points given up by the Blue Devils, the highest they've given up this year. Won't help their average.
54 seconds. Williams.
See that move there?
That was a nice move.
Boy, I'll tell you. His feet go one way and his
Shoulders go the other.
go another way. Nice back. It's close to the 1st down.
Here they mark it. They're going to have to measure that. It's on that sideline.
That'd be a 1st down, ladies and gentlemen, if Courtois was on that stick.
I'll tell you.
At home.
There's a way to make that happen. No, I'm kidding. I'll tell you that we were going to mention that earlier about last week, that game. I know we caught some bad air on that one. I heard about that at halftime. If the audience remembers, people who watched the game last week, was a national possession, I believe.
With that run, Ryan Williams now goes over 200 yards.
200 yards again?
Unofficial 8 carries for 202.
Oh boy, that's a.
I tell you, that's about the 3rd one he's had in his career, or 4th one, and that's hard to do. Yeah, Mike, that time there, I know you told me that the referee, you told the referee, and he said no.
Well, we know the referee is referee a lot of our basketball games too,
Yeah.
and 4th and about 4, I guess it was. Nash were incomplete pass. They gave it to Salem 4 yards back. I said, hey, wait a minute. That's incomplete pass. Move the ball. All right.
Move the ball.
You're getting paid a lot more than I am.
That's right. All right, 4th down. About 2 inches to go.
Ooh.
I don't know he made it. I don't know that he made it.
It's close.
Oh boy.
And he was down. You know, he was
They didn't
short.
blow the whistle.
He was short.
I don't think he made it.
He was short of the.
Oh, he lost yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Exeter.
1st down, Exeter.
1st down, Exeter.
Exeter holds.
20 seconds to go in this game.
1st and 10 at the 50.
It's, we'll have 1, maybe 2 plays left.
Maybe
Nice
not,
to see
18
a team
seconds.
like Exeter not give up.
Yeah.
You know.
It's good for them.
He's looking to throw.
The
He's got a
sideline
man
pass.
open.
It's going to be short of the 1st. Incomplete. It's a complete pass, short of the 1st. They call timeout with 5 seconds left.
5 seconds.
Rosmick played that one well. He gives up the pass, but makes sure nothing long.
Right, he's going to stay in bounds, too.
Yeah.
This is the ball of wax, boys. What do? You get the long pass.
Not much choices here.
No.
We run out of touchdown play. I'll tell you one thing, there's a lot of scoring today, and we're wrapping up early because I want to get out of here. Actually, this game was a 1st half Salem just manhandled the team, try to coast in, and that's a bad mistake when you try to coast. Can't do it.
And what happens, of course, you get some substitute players. They haven't had a whole lot of varsity time coming in, playing the game. You know, things happen.
And then you try to get it back, Mike.
That's the problem. You're trying. You've already wound down. You know, as much as you're still in the game, you haven't been taking the hits. Get a little warm, get a little cold on the sideline. But the bottom line is, Salem will win today's game, 33-22, barring any disaster in this next 5 seconds.
Next game for the Blue Hawks, next Saturday, 18.
That should be the last play of the game, assuming there's no penalties.
2nd and 2.
Get your bread and butter back. Levesque is on this corner here, and it's going to go to him. And Johnny McDonald will defend it. No, that's it.
And that's the end of the ball game. Final score 33-22. Brittany, I don't know if you got much to say, but why don't we make it quick?
All right, in the first half, the Blue Devils scored on a 46-yard by Adam Rosmick, made it 6-0 with 3:47 remaining in the first quarter. 26-yard pass, John McDonald got his first touchdown pass of the season to Josh Langdon at 2:49 remaining in the first quarter, set up by the fumble by Exeter. It was 12-0. Salem, Brian Williams, 79-yard run just into the second quarter. Salem 20-0 as McDonald passed to Josh Langwood for 2. Salem 26-0 on a 5-yard run by Steve Andrews with 5:12 remaining. And that's the way it ended at halftime, 26-0. Salem moved it to 33-0 on a 70-yard run by Brian Williams, a minute and 53 seconds into the third quarter. From that time on, Exeter tried to make a game of it as they scored 3 second-half touchdowns, a 9-yard run by Colin Levesque, a 52-yard run by Adam Feldman, and a 65-yard run by Levesque with 2:29 left to go in the game. Salem 33, Exeter 22. In the stats for Exeter, they were led by Adam Feldman, 17 carries, 127 yards. Colin Levesque, 18 carries, 62 yards. Daniels was 2 for 9, passing 15 yards, intercepted twice. For the Blue Devils, they were led by Williams. He had 8 carries, 202 yards, including runs of 28, 13, 79, and 70 yards in there. Rosmick, 3 carries, 57. Carroll's 8 carries, 26. Steve Andrews, 16 carries, 52. Johnny McDonald, 2 for 3, 57 yards, and 1 touchdown. Salem turned the ball over twice, Exeter 3 times.
It's pretty loud up here. All I can say is big plays by Salem, Mike. And once you shut it down, it's hard to get it back. And that's really what happened.
That's true. That's okay. Salem's got a lot to work on this week. They saw some things, a couple of mistakes, a couple of penalties to work on this week. Bishop Girton's not no pushover team. Bishop Girton next week at Bishop Girton. Salem people, make the trip if we can to Nashville. We'd love to see you there. As for that, this has been us.
This has been us, Mike Tuckalo with Mike Courtois and Bernie Campbell. We'll see you next week at Girton. Bye-bye.
Good afternoon, officer. My license and registration. Cheeseburger? It's hot out today, huh, officer? Maybe my tail lights out.
Shouldn't you be carpooling?
I guess you're right.
I guess I am.
Carpooling can save up to 600,000 gallons of gas a year. This message sponsored by Ad Council and Earthshare.